Good afternoon. Thank you all so much for coming, and thank you for inviting me to be with you today. It really is a pleasure for me to be able to meet pro-lifers from around the country because you are absolutely, hands down, the best people in the world. Pro-lifers are loving and caring and compassionate, and it is just a thrill to be able to spend time with you. We all know these words. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. With these words, a new country, unlike anything ever seen before, was created. We are here today to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the saddest day in American history, a day when the United States Supreme Court ignored and trampled that unalienable right to life. The Supreme Court on January 22nd, 1973, handed down its decisions in Roe v. Wade and Doe v. Bolton. Those decisions have resulted in the death of more than 55 million unborn children. How different would our country be today if those 20 and 30-somethings were working, maybe creating jobs for others, getting married, and raising children of their own? Grandchildren and great-grandchildren are missing from the family tree, having been completely erased. Women are hurting, knowing they cannot reverse the decision that took from them a very critical part, a part of themselves. Our loss of respect for the innocent human life of that defenseless unborn child has created a mindset that no human life is special or precious. Elderly and disabled persons are being denied food and water and medical treatment because someone has decided that they are a burden or that they are taking up space and resources. As pro-lifers, how do we respond to a culture that has gone astray? As I look at who we are and what we do, I think that can be summed up in one word, and that is love. The Right to Life movement is the movement of love. In 1 Corinthians we read, "Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends." While those words are often used at a wedding, how much more appropriate are they for those who seek to help and protect others simply because those others exist? We work to save people we will never meet, whether those persons are unborn babies saved from abortion or elderly and disabled persons saved from euthanasia. They may never know that your efforts and your intervention made it possible for them to live. What a beautiful expression of love. That love is also endless in that we will never give up. We sometimes have setbacks, like we had in November when this country re-elected the most pro-abortion president ever. But we keep on keeping on because love doesn't give up, it doesn't end. Everything we do because of and with love. We work to better inform our friends and neighbors, our community and our state about the precious gift of human life, that each and every human life has value and is deserving of respect and dignity. We work to pass pro-life legislation that will protect unborn children and their mothers. We will continue our efforts to elect men and women to office who will work with us to protect the innocent and the vulnerable. We work with pregnant women who aren't looking with excitement and joy at that new life that is growing inside them. This child is coming at what was an inopportune time in her life. We offer support, encouragement, and practical help as she works through that situation. We are the movement of love. Now, we are heartsick that 55 million unborn children are missing, but we can be encouraged by signs of change. The number of abortions in this country is in decline. We had an all-time high of 1.6 million abortions in 1990. That number has dropped to 1.2 million per year. Your efforts nationwide are saving 400,000 children every year. The abortion rate, which is the number of abortions per 1,000 women of reproductive age, and the abortion ratio, the number of abortions for every 1,000 live births, are both down to their lowest recorded levels since the Supreme Court legalized abortion in 1973. Because of your efforts to keep that unborn child alive, at least in spirit, and as part of the public debate, this country still knows that it is wrong to kill unborn children. Abortion is not a topic at the family dinner table. Well, Jane or Susie, what did you do today? Well, I ran down to the Planned Parenthood clinic and got an abortion. It is still not talked about, and that is to your credit. This country knows that it is wrong to kill unborn children. And it is not surprising that because of your efforts, in greater and greater numbers, the post-Roe generation, our younger people, are rejecting the idea of abortion on demand. Polls in recent years show that younger Americans are increasingly pro-life. A few years ago, the Seattle Times did a story titled "Youth Movement Against Abortion." They cited a Pew Research Center poll showing that 18 to 29-year-olds are consistently more likely than the general adult population to favor strict limits on abortion. Gallup poll found that support for making abortion broadly illegal is growing fastest among young adults. Now, no one should be surprised by that. Give yourselves a hand. The post-Roe generation has lost more than 55 million peers, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends. They have seen and experienced the impact that abortion has made on their peers, and they are joining the fight to protect the next generation from that same fate. The Right to Life movement offers these young generations hope, while our opponents offer only further destruction of their generation and future generations. And while the pro-abortion movement offers only a dead baby as a solution for a woman facing an unplanned pregnancy, the pro-life movement has taken up the challenge to help her through this difficult time. Pregnancy resource centers offer support, clothing, supplies, and when needed, a place for the pregnant mom to stay. They have arrangements with medical personnel to provide free medical care if necessary. Some resource centers offer parenting classes and other services depending on the volunteers and the support they have. Whether a woman is considering an abortion or has had an abortion, we open our hearts and our arms to her. Many women who have had an abortion suffer physical, emotional, mental, psychological complications. Many women have also found hope and healing. I have no doubt that in a crowd this size, there are women here who have had an abortion. I thank you for coming and for being here. Maybe you haven't even told anyone and you're still struggling with that decision yourself. I want you to know that you are among friends. At the 2008 National Right to Life Convention, we heard from, unfortunately, the late Father Richard John Newhouse, and I would like to end with a quote from him. "We shall not weary, we shall not rest, until every unborn child is protected in law and welcomed in life. We shall not weary, we shall not rest, until all the elderly who have run life's course are protected against despair and abandonment, protected by the rule of law and the bonds of love. We shall not weary, we shall not rest, until every young woman is given the help she needs to recognize the problem of pregnancy as the gift of life. We shall not weary, we shall not rest, as we stand guard at the entrance gates and the exit gates of life, and at every step along the way, bearing witness in word and deed to the dignity of the human person, of every human person. The Right to Life movement loves, not in word or talk, but in deed and in truth. May God bless you as you continue your work of love. Thank you.